Hello, friends. Robert Bevan here, author of the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy, fantasies, novels, and short stories. With me is Sam West, and today we're going to be talking about the spell Power Word Kill. All right. Well, we recently did a video on Power Word Stun, and I dare say this one may be worse.
This is quite bad.
It
is.
Is this This is a popular spell, is it not?
People
like this?
I don't know. I don't know about the general public opinion about this. I don't think any 9th level spell can be considered popular whenever, again, about 1% of players ever play 20 level games, right? But I've had a player take this once whenever we were playing upper level play. They never cast it. Not a single time.
No. We'll get into why.
Yeah.
First, what does this spell do?
60-foot range, 1 action, same as Power Word Stun. You pick something. If it is 100 or less HP, it dies. Period. That's all it does. That's it. That's everything. Spell doesn't do anything else. It does more than 100 HP, and it's your 9th level spell slot.
That sucks.
Yeah. Like, hypothetically, this is just a free 30 C. If it's at exactly 100 HP, this is roughly 29-ish D6 damage that they just take. So, conceivably, it's like, that's not too bad. You have to consider that, like, if they have anywhere less than that amount of HP, the damage just goes down, right? Because this is agnostic. This isn't doing flat damage. You can't hit things with more HP than that. If something has 40 HP and you Power Word Kill it, you should have just used a 5th level spell slot to kill it, right? You could have just had the fighter attack it twice. That would do it. Alternatively, you could, cast Disintegrate as a 6th level spell and do roughly 75 damage. And that always does 75 damage, regardless of the creature's HP, regardless of the CR or the duration of like where the thing is. You always have the damage. And sometimes it does half damage, but it at least will do something. This very often does nothing. Like, if we're looking even at damage, come with me on this journey. This is a Warlock Wizard Sorcerer spell. At least sorcerers and wizards have access to a spell, little known, called Meteor Swarm. And as you heard me say earlier, 100 HP is roughly 30d6 damage. And each meteor of Meteor Swarm is doing 40d6 damage.
To multiple, creatures in an area.
Multiple creatures in huge areas.
Yes.
So this is doing less damage to one thing and nothing if it has more than that HP amount.
I mean, you could be, in a China shop or something.
Sure.
You don't need a Meteor Swarm.
God, I really do want to see the top level gameplay that is, 17 to 18 level characters, and the big bad is just an old lady behind a China shop counter with a little doing the little calculations on the little old timey cash register thing. That's the big bad. You have to Power Word Killer.
I mean, there are other places. You could be in a temple. You don't want to destroy the whole thing. You conceivably, there are times when you want a more delicate approach than a Meteor Swarm.
That's an excellent point. There will be times whenever you don't want to level the town that's being invaded. I typically see the upper tiers as you are the invader going to fight the big bad on their home turf because it's more challenging that way. But if you are doing like an invasion style where you got the big bad coming, like a Kraken's destroying a city or whatever, well, that's a bad example because you can just meteor the Kraken out in the water. But some big evil devil or demon is raiding a temple, raiding a city or whatever, and you don't want to level it. There's still better things to do than Power Word Kill.
Oh, yeah. And in fact, I would go as far as to say Power Word Stun is one of the better things. Just
it turns out just stunning something for a full round and letting your party wail on it is probably going to be more than 100 damage.
And it's got a higher hit point threshold. This is 100, that's 150.
Yeah, I mentioned in the last video there's like a chart that talked about the thresholds of varying CRs. 100 like CR4. It's really low. Like right. This outright kills very few creatures that you care about outright killing. You can't just be like die to most things you'd want to and have it work.
Unless your party is taking away 75% of their hit points already. In which case you just need to buy them another round.
Yeah. 9th level spells you have to really get a lot out of. They are we're competing with Wish, we're competing with True Polymorph, we're competing with Shape Change, we're competing with even like more middling of the road spells, which I think Shape Change is a more middling of the road 9th level spell. Nowhere close to as bad as the Power Word Kill is comparable to 6th level spells. That's how bad this thing is. Like, again, I would rather cast Disintegrate if I'm trying to kill something I don't know its HP than Power Word Kill. And Disintegrate is a 6th level spell. That is how much worse. Like, if Power Word Kill were a 6th level slot, I'd still be like, yeah, not worth it. I'm using Disintegrate.
Yeah, I mean, like you said in the last video, you're getting something.
Yeah, and
Power Word Kill. It's Russian roulette.
Again, can you imagine like the DM, like DM's the bloody condition doesn't exist in this edition. I think there's a lot of, and I know of at least a lot of people that use it as shorthand for under half HP. If you know something is bloodied, if you know something is under half its maximum HP, do you even risk trying this though? Unless you were paying very close attention to like how much damage you have dealt, which, let's be honest, at most D&D tables, you're not paying particularly close attention to the numbers. You're just letting the DM add it all up while everyone's hooting and hollering and drinking and eating and stuff, having a good time and being social. So unless you're like very much so paying attention, okay, it's taking this much damage, and then you are alerted to this is where its HP is around, you still don't even risk it, right? It's your 9th level slot. Why not do something powerful with it? Why not do something impactful with it? This is neither of those things.
Yep. Once again, I am in 100% agreement with you. This is no surprise, really. These are essentially the same crappy spell.
Yeah. You could tie them together and it'd still be uncastable. That's how bad I think both of these are. There's just no reason to ever risk that.
Because you don't need to stun something you're killing.
Well, I'm saying like let it be modal. You pick one. Even still, if you could do both at once, kill something with 100 less and stun something, I'd be like, yeah, not worth a 9th level spell slot. Not even close. This is all right.
How about this? How about this one? If it has 100 HP or less, you kill it. If it has anything more than that, you stun it.
I mean, that's more interesting. Then we're still the problems like Power Word Stun really requires you it being instantaneous stun that could last a single round is still pretty crappy for a spell. If we had like a flat duration, then we're talking about it. But now we're getting to weird hypotheticals where we're branching very far off the beaten path into what could the spell be. Power Word Kill is awful. If we're going to branch off into what the spell could be, if this spell just dealt 100 damage, I'd be like, all right, fine, that's fair. You always get 100 damage out of it. If you have players that are really excited to use this and you're a DM that's like, wow, this seems awful, and you don't share HP with anything like that, it's not like public knowledge, honestly, consider just telling them, hey, just rewrite the spell, deal 100 damage. That's all it does. Just pick something that takes 100 damage. And I think you're going to have a better time with it, and they're going to have the better feeling of the necromancer or the evil wizard or the warlock that just like clenches the life from somebody, just points at them and goes die, and then a whole bunch of their flesh falls off as they take 100 damage. That at least will, even if it doesn't outright kill a lot of things, will feel cooler and be better, because as written, if you ever have a player that's like, I Power Word Kill it, and then you go, oh, I'm so sorry, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Yep, that ain't it.
All right, well, we're beating this dead horse. Got
him.
All right, you got a rating?
Awful.
Yeah, me
1.
too.
Terrible. Don't take this.
Yeah, no surprises there. All right, well, that was Power Word Kill. Thank you, Sam, and thank you, everyone, for joining us. We will see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, informative, or entertaining, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button below. You needn't smash it. A gentle tap will suffice. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. And make sure you check out the links in the description, where you'll find my Caverns Creatures series of comedy fantasy novels, Sam's full review of the spell, and other fun things.